Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to the vlog. Today is Thursday, September the 21st. My birthday is a month from tomorrow, and I'm very excited to have you here. I am making two mistakes by starting this vlog. One, we are really close to the weekend, and I'm really bad at vlogging on the weekends, so we'll see how this goes. And number two, I am also filming a Halloween slash fall decorate with me, which means that now I'm gonna have to separate out what goes in this video and what goes in that video, but we're here anyway because, you know, I like it. So I just got home from school. It is Thursday, like I mentioned. I really feel like it should be Friday. Like, I really feel like this week has been too long. It hasn't even been bad, it's just been too long. It's just like yesterday all day I kept thinking it was Thursday, and then today I just feel like it should be done. Like, we've already had a whole week, but apparently we have not. So anyway, I'm home. It's been a good week, and we've had overall, like, I really like my new school, and most of the time I am feeling pretty good, so that's excellent. I'm gonna go upstairs and I am gonna change, and I am going to do a couple of things. I'm really trying to work on my good habits and my routines, and so one thing I'm working on for both of those things is I've decided that for my routine, one thing I wanted to do is on days that I don't have anything after school, so like I don't have choir, I don't have, you know, any of that kind of stuff, I want to either do yoga or take the dogs on a walk, or at the very bare minimum sit OUT and get a little bit of sun. So those are kind of like my three options for when I first get home, and then after that I want to play piano. And so that's kind of my, like, what I'm trying to make into my routine is like get home, do one of those three options, practice piano for a little bit, and then after that is when I can do cleaning or work or other things like that, or even like reading. I do a lot of reading anyway, so it's kind of like, because I was like, oh, I need to come home and read, but I do a lot of reading anyway, so it's like, well, I don't really need to do that. So I thought this would be good, like, you know, good ways to move my body without other things. So I fully intended to come home and take the dogs on a walk, but it is raining, so we're gonna not do that, and instead I'm gonna go and do some yoga, and then we're gonna do some piano. And I got this song I've been working on for 3 months, like, almost sounding decent the other day, so I'm feeling pretty good. My piano goal is currently 90 minutes a week. I heard that on podcast the other day. They were like, you should take 90 minutes a week and use that to further, like, get better at your career. And so I took that as, you know what, for 90 minutes a week, we're gonna play piano. And that ends up, it's like 13 minutes a day or 15 minutes over 6 days, or 30 minutes over 3 days. And so I felt like that was a very reasonable, like, doable amount. So that's what we are trying. And by trying, I mean this is the first week that I have made that my goal, because before it would be like, you know, once a week I practice, or oh, I didn't practice at all this week. So that's my goal. My main goal is I want to be able to play Christmas songs by Christmas, and so I also started that the other day. But I figured my 90 minutes a week will help me to get to that spot. So that is the plan for right now. And yeah, welcome to my week and my really messy house, because we need to actually get the fall decorations up. So that's the plan: yoga, piano, fall decorations up. We're ordering dinner because we never ordered groceries or went to the grocery store, and then this morning I was like, oh, I could take oatmeal to work for the next couple days because I was out of lunch. And then I was like, well, literally all we need then is dinner for tonight. And so then we were like, well, we could just order dinner, and then we don't need to do that either. So that's what's happening tonight. Yeah, and then hopefully I'll get some computer work done this evening, working on some updates. So that is the current plan. As you know, if you watch my videos, things don't always go as planned. So we'll see. It's always interesting watching these back and being like, seeing the expectation versus the reality. It's very fascinating to me. Anyway, let's do this. Where's Nyla? Hiding under the tree. Laying in all the dead leaves. Chewing on her ball. And nobody. Looking for attention. Hello. Hello friends, I am just home from school. That's a school bus. It always makes me sad when the school buses come by like after I've gotten home. Even though like, I know that that used to happen when I rode the school bus, but I don't know, it just feels weirder. I hope that's not the same one that picks up kids before I leave in the morning. That would be sad. I'm sure, it's probably not. I'm sure one's like a high school and one's an elementary. Anyway, hello, happy Friday. The first thought that I had this morning when my alarm went off was, why is my alarm going off so early on a Sunday? It's not even light out yet, like it's still dark. And then I was like, oh, it's a school day. So that was fun. And then I was like, oh, it's fine because my planning is really weird. So some days I have zero planning, like nothing. I do have lunch now. We sorted that out because at the beginning of the year we had some days that there was no lunch, no planning, no nothing. And I was like, that's not gonna work. But literally like no planning. And then I have some days where I have like 30 minutes of planning, which by the time the kids get picked up late, you know, you go to the bathroom and now half of your planning time is gone. And then I have other days where like I don't have a class, like a certain grade level, and so then I have like extra planning on those days. So it ends up evening out, but it's just really odd. However, if someone is out, then we are called upon to cover those people's classes. So today I was like, oh good, I have a little bit of extra planning. I can actually get some stuff done because I mean, honestly, it's to the point where like I can't get anything done on a normal day. But the art teacher is on maternity leave. She ended up leaving a few days early and we're having a hard time getting something with the sub like platform, like they won't allow someone to be hired or something. I don't know, but we have no long-term sub, and the last 2 days we just haven't had a sub at all. So that means we have all been, you know, piecemealing together to get her classes covered. So I ended up with less planning than a normal day, and I had to teach pre-K, which I didn't know until the last minute. And y'all, shout out to you pre-K teachers. I am not cut out for it. Oh my gracious. It is not my thing. Kindergarten's also not my thing. They're really cute and then they're not cute anymore. And so both of those I only have for 30 minutes, thank goodness. But yeah, so anyway, that was frustrating. Didn't get the things that I wanted to get done, and then I was, you know, way more tired than I thought I was gonna be because I didn't have it. Anyway, I love my new school. I'm not complaining, and we're working on something because we're all like, we're not gonna do this until she comes back in January. So that's where we are here on this Friday. But it's Friday, it's the weekend. I have been debating between yoga and a walk because it looks like it's going to rain, and the weather app says it's not going to rain, but it looks ominous. Can you see? Like it looks, and it's very wind. We're getting that like wind that comes before a storm. So I'm thinking yoga is gonna win out for today. We have been doing lots of fetching though. I guess by the time we did all this fetching, we could have just taken a walk, but well, here we are. It's probably better because she's actually like running around. Anyway, we've been talking for 4 minutes. All right. So Friday, this morning I got here. Let's ignore all the picture. Yesterday I did not end up doing work. I ended up working on like putting out decorations all evening. So like before and after dinner. With Panera, it was great. Which I think was probably the right move at the time. This morning I did quite a few things. I was updating a product listing that I'm talking about in a blog and a video this week, so then I was getting the video prepped so that it could go out and doing like a thumbnail and all of that. that is all situated. But it was like a whole rabbit hole as I was updating this product. I was like, oh, and now this thing needs to be updated, and this product doesn't even have thumbnails. Why does it not even have thumbnails? Who put this up here? The answer being me. And so I just found like all these things that need more help. So it was like I did many things and made my to-do list longer. So anyway, it's Friday evening now. I'm gonna go do some yoga. Depending on what time husband comes home, I'm thinking yoga, piano. I'm trying to stick to that as much as possible, when possible, and then depending on when he leaves and how I'm feeling and all that, either put out Halloween stuff or work on my computer and make sure, oh my gosh, her face looks so crazy, or make sure that we have like videos going out on Sunday. The lovely thing is that my video editor has been so on it, which means I have videos. It's just whether or not I have been on it enough to make sure it's the right video. And so actually I know the one I was gonna do for this Sunday I haven't even filmed yet, so I'm gonna have to post something else. But I have videos that aren't gonna go out for like 2 months, so I can just like swap them. Some videos I can film really early and other ones I can't, and so sometimes I get that with like the friction between like what I was planning and then what actually happened, because this was a video that I can't plan ahead. And then yeah, and then like the video in 2 weeks is one like I can't do until next week, and so I can't do for 2 weeks. I don't know. Anyway, so I just need to make sure something is going up on Sunday. I also need to write emails because I did not do that yet. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I really just want to do nothing. But here we are. Still, it just really looks like it's gonna rain. I don't know. Okay, bye. Hello, happy Saturday. It is the first day of fall and it actually feels really nice outside today, which is very, very nice. I've had a weird morning. It was, you know, all nice. It was all nice outside. I was hanging out with the dogs. We were playing, like, just letting them run and play fetch and all that stuff. Wrote in my journal, did some like budgeting stuff, all these things. And then I got some news that the trip we're going to take in October is not going to work out. So that was super disappointing. So then I went on a whole minefield of like, okay, is this gonna work? Is this, you know, like trying to figure out a way to make it work. And then when I finally gave up on that, looking for an alternative. So originally we were like gonna take a certain trip, and then our other option was to go to Disney. But I wanted to go to Disney and like do specific things, and those specific things are now sold out because now it's like way too close to the date, because we didn't book that like months ago because we were gonna do something else. So I'm rather frustrated about the situation at hand. And I mean, obviously, like, we can still go somewhere. We can still go to Disney, just we can't do the things I wanted to do. And so that makes it kind of, you know, when you want to do something and that's the expectation that is not met, it's frustrating. So that's really frustrating. And so now trying to decide like other options, but like I was really stuck on the first trip, and then I was like, oh, well, it's okay, we can go to Disney. So I'm irritated this morning, and I realized that that's not like a huge problem, but I'm just really disappointed. So I can still go somewhere, and I'm sure whatever we pick is really, I'm having a really hard time with, for some reason. So my camera has a thing, like when I flip up the screen, I can like see myself, but it writes it and it will not write it. So the screen has me upside down, and so I'm just having a really hard time figuring out where to hold it because it's like backwards. I don't know why it's messed up. I mean, it could be because this camera is like 5 years old. That's probably what it is. But I don't know, I just started doing it like yesterday, so I don't know. Anyway, so I'm kind of flustered and grumpy about that whole situation. So we can still go somewhere. Like, it's gonna be fine. I'm sure it's gonna be great. I'm sure we're gonna have a great time, but I'm just, you know, just irritated at the moment. So I'm gonna think on that. And it's like, October's my birthday month, so husband's like, you know, you have to, it's your birthday, so you have to decide what to do, which doesn't actually help at all, because then I'm like, I don't know. So I'm gonna think on that while I get to work. Husband's outside pressure washing. If you can hear a weird sound, that's what that is. I'm gonna work on getting this house situated. I would really like to get all the fall decor placed somewhere, whether that's where it's going to stay or not, just like placed somewhere today. Everything else I want in boxes. Like, I just am really sick of staring at the clutter, so I'm like, I just need to get everything situated and out of here ASAP. And then this week in general, I kind of just want to like reset things. So like upstairs we switched the like husband's office and what was the workout room, and so we need to do some rearranging in there, and so like it's a mess up there, it's a mess down here. My office has been just like the dumping ground for all the random stuff we haven't had a place for, so I need to go through that. My craft room is just a disaster, so it still has stuff for my classroom in it that I need to take to my classroom, but my classroom has like no storage space because for some reason my closet in my classroom is not my closet, which I'm gonna need to get fixed, because the only reason they could have used that closet in the first place is because my school has like no instruments, and I don't understand why, because it's been around since like the 60s, so there should be a plethora of all sorts of fun things, and I have like 3 xylophones and 1 glockenspiel, and I'm like, what is this? So that's the only reason that they were able to take that closet, is because we didn't have any stuff. But if you know me, you know I'm planning on changing that, because that's not a thing that we're gonna do. So I've already have like a list of grants that I'm applying to and donor shoes projects I'm working on, and so all of that said, I still have stuff in my craft room that goes to my school because I don't know where to put it at school, so I haven't taken it to school. So all of that to say, I just want to get like the house situated. I'm so like just done with everything being like not nice looking. So I just want to get all of it situated basically this week, because next week is October, and so that was kind of my deadline of like, okay, by October I just want everything like situated and cleared out and all good. That's what I want. That's what I want right there. Also, this has nothing to do with that, but I will probably talk about this in my coffee chat that I will film next week, so you'll probably see this before you see this. But yesterday on the way home, I was listening to the TPT webinar, the most recent one. I missed it, so I was doing like the replay, and in there they were talking about like TPT sales as a whole. By the way, so if you're like frustrated that TPT's not telling you things, make sure you watch the webinars, because I've heard people complain about things that like they have addressed in the webinars, so just make sure that you are watching those. And so they were talking about like sales overall being lower and a couple of reasons that that might be, but specifically, I'm out of focus. There we go. They were talking about, basically he gave the stats from June until like halfway through September of how much they've been down like percentage wise year over year. And so it's been between like 5% down from last year and 9% down from last year, which means if your store is less than 5 to 9% down from last year, then I guess you're doing pretty good. So that made me feel a little bit better, but also like still irritated about sales just not being where they should be. So there's that. Anyway, so if you have also been down, just FYI, that's a thing that's happening. Also this, gosh, I really hope I don't need a new camera. We can complain about not being sales. Oh my gosh, where's my face? There's my face. I'm gonna go organize stuff, because when your head feels cluttered, organizing your life will help. So that's my plan. organize my life before October so I can go into the last quarter. Well, I think I will. I was looking at numbers this morning, which is why it's on my mind. I think I will make enough. I think I will make enough this year to match next year. Like, the amount that I need for the rest of the year is not a horrific amount. It just really stinks when like you keep working and the sales are not growing. Right? I'm sure you understand. I feel like I'm complaining a lot. I don't mean to complain. It actually made me feel better to hear that. But here we are. Okay, let's go organize some mugs and get rid of some mugs because it's too much. I'm like, I need to get rid of things, and then I'm like, I don't know what to get rid of. But I'm getting rid of something. I have 2 things so far that I've pulled out that I was like, we're done with these, they're going away. 3 things. 1 I'm gonna give to my mom. Okay. Plan. Let's go. This will help. Well, we have made progress. We've got stuff here, updated pillows. That's a mess, but that's husband's mess, so you know, gotta leave it. This is like tablecloth, pumpkin carving stuff, like things we don't really need out. Switched up these pillows, switched up some blankets. Still not sure what I'm doing here. These either like that all needs to go somewhere. I ended up moving this rug down here because I got a rug for the piano room, and then I was like, it's gonna be really hard to get it underneath the piano, so I was like, oh, I'll put it in here, but it was too big to put in here, so I swapped it with the rug upstairs. So now the upstairs rug is down here, which is fine because it was too small for upstairs. I think it's too small for in here too, but whatever. And I had the table how I liked, and then I was told it was too much orange, so I pulled out a different option, but I don't like that option, so we shall discuss. Right now husband has finished doing the pressure washing outside. I'm gonna do a little bit of organization because I've been trying to get upstairs organized. So I had like a cedar chest in this closet, and so I had 2. So I took one up to hold like yoga mats and stuff like that. And then I have some like cubes in here that I've been using as baskets. So I need to swap those out, which works because I have acquired many photo boxes. So I need to swap them out so that I can move those cubes upstairs because we have one of those like things for the cubes, but we don't have any cubes to put in it. So then I can put like other workout things in there, and that will clean that up a little bit. Plus it'll help clean this up a little bit. So it's like a win-win. Trying to get things like separated, sorted, so I have like things that are going to Goodwill. This is going to go to school to the band teacher, and just like trying to get things gone. Super random life hack. If you have a candle jar that you like, you can, when the candle is gone, run it under hot water for like 5 minutes. This is for a diffuser, by the way. Run it under water, hot water for like 5 minutes, and then you can just take a paper towel and like scrape the extra wax out the bottom, and they're totally fine. I'm going to use these for paintbrushes and have top, which I don't need for paintbrushes, but you know, it's helpful. All right, well, I am tapped out of organizing for today because I've been doing it for the entire day. So I'm actually gonna let you go because tomorrow I have a church, and then I'm going to sing at the synagogue for Yom Kippur in the evening, and then Monday I'm singing at the next Yom Kippur service on Monday night. Not the next, because there's one Monday morning, but I'm not going to that because I have to work. But I am singing at the one Monday evening. So my point is, I will have a lot of things to do in the next 2 days that don't involve anything that you would find interesting, and nothing I'm going to film anyway. So I am pretty good. I just need to get a thumbnail for my video that goes out tomorrow, and then I need to write my emails, but I already know what the emails are going to be. So that is what I've currently got going on, but I've decided I'm done for today. I'm gonna go look at options for what vacations we can do and order a printer stand, because I used to keep my printer in the, hi, very cute. I used to keep my printer in the closet, but the new printer that I love, by the way, is too big for the closet, so I need to put it somewhere else, but I don't have somewhere else to put it. So I'm getting like a printer stand to put next to my desk so that I can put it there instead, and that will help get that off the ground, literally. And I think these photo boxes are going to work out really well in my closet, because I feel like I wasn't using like the whole cubes. It's like you really only need a half of the cube, so I think this will work really well. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll figure that out later.